couldn't wait to get out of town today, I'll tell you that. This thing is fully juiced up. Started about 82.5 volts, 82.4. So the maximum is I think it's like 83.8 or something, or 84. So it's 95%. The trees are getting to their peak now of colour, I would say. Some are looking really good. The ones behind my house along the main road are looking really good. Oh, look at these ones. Excellent. It's quite a gloomy day, but you should still be able to see all the colours. I'm only recording in 1080p because I want to do a long one. I'm going to show you a route, hopefully show a route that I used to like to do when I was just new to long distance cycling. Because obviously, as everyone did, I cycled when I was a child on a children's bike. That guy there makes wood cuttings. I think he owns that forest there, that woods there, and he makes wood cutting statues, and he just lives in those caravans. I think my aunt's boyfriend knows him. There's a beautiful woods. I've walked a little way into there, but there's a trail that goes around the edge, sort of around the edge, just for it. I've showed that before on the videos, but I haven't been right in the middle of it because it's private, you know. That's quite a nice woods. Sometimes I see like little deer, a group of deers walking up there, like little Bambi looking ones, you know, with spots on maybe, or fallow roe deer, little roe deer maybe, yeah. Car behind me. I've never been in there. There's a nice lake there. I've never been in there. I'm going up this way. So this is a route that takes you about 35 to 40 miles. Sort of a loop, sort of a circuit. This right here is Woodfields Fishing Lake. I've fished there many times. It's not my favourite lake. I never catch big fish there. It's hard to catch anything actually. I prefer to fish rivers, but I have had good times fishing various lakes and ponds before, and I was like one of the only ones fishing, and caught it by these lily pads. It was a good fish. Yeah, that was probably one of the better carp I've ever caught. I haven't caught that many. people like to go to France and they catch massive ones. This road is not where it used to be. So we've got HS2 up there. In the past year it's really degraded. So that's Barton Hartshorn. Takes you to what's called Shellswell, and then past that is the area I really like, called I don't know what you call it, like Heth, Fringford, Cottersford, Tussmore Estate, Stoke Lynn, all that is up there. There was one of those times we went to Tesco's afterwards, and we bought like these donuts, these special donuts in a big box. They were, I can't remember what the name of them is, but they're like special ones. They're not supermarket ones. I can't remember the name of them. Because I've got so much voltage today, I'm still above 79. Just going in speed 2, it's going to bring me up to 18 miles per hour. Which is good enough. With my mountain bike, which was my original e-bike, not technically but basically my first really good one, because I had a sort of prototype one before that. With that bike I would often just put it in mode 3 and just sort of go on and off the throttle to keep it around 18 to 20 miles per hour. Bloody HS2. I want to change songs anyway. Put something less vocal on. I'm a bit out of breath at the moment. On speed mode 2. Bloody bandits. Look at all that destruction there. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to ignore it. It's a bit damp today, it's not too bad. There's a bit of a gloomy autumn day. It's a little bit misty this morning. I said I couldn't wait to get out of town today. How do I put this? It's changing faster than you would believe, right? Those kids in the fluorescent jackets were on their bikes again today, in a slightly different spot, but not too far from my house. So when I went out half an hour ago, they were there. I saw them a few days ago down by the park as well, so it's like something that they keep running. They're going to do all the children. That sounds wrong. They're going to teach all the children, but there's hundreds or thousands of children in this town of that sort of age. It'll take them a long time. I don't know. The fluorescent jacket look, it's not really for me, to be honest. Yeah, it's useful if you're in the dark in winter, especially if you're in a place that has a lot of traffic, a fast moving traffic and stuff. But if you've got your light, you've got lots of lights on, you should be fine. Yes, so I've increased the tyre pressure. It was around 15 on the front, 17 or 18 on the back. Now it's, I've put the back one up to about 24 psi. The front is about 20. So hopefully going to be able to maintain a good speed today. Good average speed and without using too much battery power. It's above 12C, so it's fairly good conditions for riding, even though it's mid-October now. The water's flicking up in my face. This is one of the problems with this bike. There's not much I can do about it because you can't really find fenders easily for these. Surely a Sur-Ron fender would work, unless it attaches to the frame or something. Because the Sur-Ron uses the same, might be a smaller wheel size though, but the Sur-Ron uses the same forks as these KKE factory forks. Apparently the killer forks on the Sur-Rons are rubbish. I wouldn't say these ones are too bad. I haven't heard anyone complaining about the KKE forks too much. I've started buying parts for my next bike already. Just started yesterday. I found an eBay seller in Leicestershire somewhere that seems like he can sell me the battery and the main battery and the motor, the 2000 watt motor. I spoke to him and he says that basically the 2000 watts are just 1500 watts with different controllers, which is what I heard from someone on YouTube, that they don't really make 2 kilowatt motors. But the 1500 watt motors they make, some of them will be better than others, better quality and able to handle more power. So that's probably might be what it is. He says it does seem more torque than the 1500 watt Voilamart ones. That's the one that I originally have on my mountain bike. I've got the electronic parts first because the economy's in a really fucked up situation right now with inflation and parts shortages, GPU shortages, electronic shortages, supply chain stuff. Been going on for the past couple of years, but it feels like it's kind of coming to a head now, and also the energy thing, regardless of the causes. Alright, we've done quite a good distance now. I might check my odometer. 2,270 miles. Trip 223. I think it's easier to remember that small number, 223. So probably started around 215 or something, or 217 or something. Probably done about 7 miles already, 7 or 8 miles. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get out of town. There's groups of people who I distrust. I say when I got to the main road, to cross the road, there was a group of people who you wouldn't have seen years back that I really can't trust. It's getting quite bad, I'd say. It's starting to feel uncomfortable. The people who usually maintain civility and order feels like they're being outnumbered now, or they're very few. Their power is waning. Let's put it that way. Their power is waning, and the other influences are proportionally growing stronger. I've seen a lot of animals run over lately, mostly squirrels, one pheasant, probably some rabbits, can't remember, but I've seen a lot of animals run over recently, way more than normal, don't know why. Orcas. Are they together or apart? I think they're apart from each other. They just happen to be walking together. They said, yeah, well, okay, I'll tell you about the eye test. The woman was a name that I can't pronounce or remember, something like Rash something, I don't know. And I thought, well, it's the same as my dentist. They're all like that, you know. And nowadays, even in a town like mine. And well, I thought, okay, whatever, just deal with it. And she was very unprofessional, right? She was very impatient. She would flash these like lenses in front of my face for like 2 seconds and then say, is it better than the other one? And then she would flash a different one and she would go like 1, 2, 3, which one's better, 1, 2, 3, like flash it, like it's not even like centered properly, so I can try and focus and see. Of course I can't remember which one's 1, 2 or 3. And she was just flashing these things across, and she was like, oh, but you just said that one was good, and do you know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't say nothing, but we got there in the end, I think, and probably got the right result. So I went back yesterday to choose what glasses I wanted. I've never worn them before. That's the fishing lake there where we used to catch carp. Used to be £5 for a day ticket, and they have loads of carp in there. Used to be really nice on a hot day. Right, so coming up ahead, we've got more sort of construction projects that get in the way of travellers and cyclists. This one is another railway, I think, but it's not HS2. Yeah, so it's looking through all these glasses, and it took ages. It took me ages, and couldn't really find any that I something in there. Look, couldn't find any that I liked. Jesus Christ, way too many cars. Couldn't find any that I liked. Yeah, all round here was very countryside-y, fields and stuff before this bullshit started. Couldn't find any that I liked, so I tried lots of different ones, and none of them seemed perfect. And I started I was noticing all the brand names, and they were all like Armani and like Ray-Bans and like all these like Ralph Lauren and all this like expensive designer brands. And I was like, what the hell? I just want some glasses that work well and look okay. Looked at the prices on the back, and they were like £120. Some of them were £180, and I was like, okay, that must be the entire thing, right? And then later she said, no, that's just for the frame. So this little bit of metal that I was holding, that's just for that. The lenses cost another £100. The lenses cost another £100, right? God, look at all this traffic. Yeah, oh, it's getting sunny now, nice. Yeah, the lenses cost another £100. Let's speed up a little bit. I've used 4 amp hours. Probably got another 25. Depends on the temperature. Yeah, so I was like, okay, show me the cheapest ones. It's coming up to Marshgibbon now. It's a really cool village. It's a village that I tend to get lost in. It's yeah, I've got some footage actually. I think I transferred it to my laptop or something. I didn't upload it, but I went around this village again with the head camera on. So over a month ago perhaps now. I think that was the e-bike. Didn't get a good look at the person riding it. Looked a bit odd. He looked a bit odd. They didn't really look like countryside people. No one does anymore. Now I've got to think which way to go. They're making some effort for Halloween. Yeah, this is a very old, traditional looking village. did a video about this where I sort of Manse, the old Manse, didn't they? Yeah, I did a video about this village, but I sort of recorded it on a phone, on a smartphone, and someone commented that they used to live here a long time ago. I'm definitely going to get a car coming around that corner 30 miles per hour, aren't I? No, I'm alright. I was lucky. I hope this goes where I want it to. I have to go quite slowly. It's quite a heavy bike. It's not very manoeuvrable, and it takes a lot of braking power to stop it. You don't want to hit anyone with this much weight and stuff. That's why, like, a lighter bike, you can actually go faster on a lighter bike. Couldn't see their face. It looked like a woman with long hair. Mance, there's a character in Game of Thrones called Mance Rayder. Mance just means like house or something, or hut, I guess, or property. See what I mean? That's probably where the term mansion came from. Look at this yellowy tree. Yeah, I like this road. It's an old countryside-y. I remember coming here in the summertime, and it looked, when it was really hot, blue skies, really nice atmosphere. Set my emotions off. Imagination. Don't know what you call it. Can't imagine my emotions are going to be activated today though, to be honest. I'm a bit grumpy, tired. I think I need to get a new pair of these glasses. These are like scratched. They're scratched in a place where it's right in front of one of my eyes, which is my weak eye. I think this is my second pair of these glasses. I lost the other ones. Something people don't necessarily think about is how different the roads look in the winter because all the plants die down at the sides. It's actually a lot easier to see around the corners. Once all the hedges have been cut back and the plants have died back, it gets really open. See something flashing up ahead there, and that worries me a little bit. That's not on the road that I want to go on. I want to go this way. That's Edgecote there. There's actually a prison near there called HMP Spring Hill, and it's a DCAT prison. And what that means is it's an open prison. You can basically just walk out if you want to. It's weird, yeah. Actually they are, because sometimes you get really bad glare in the window. So I usually carry like 2 pairs of glasses. One is clear, the other one's, this road's fucked. One's clear, the other one's sunglasses. Right now I've got the clear glasses on. Because it was not a very bright day, but it is getting brighter. Getting sunny, getting clear. I thought it might. 20 zone? Is a 20 zone? Are you serious? Is that real? Is that real or fake? It wasn't a 20 zone before. I'll tell you that. It's like 30 or 40 through here. Check the camera in a minute, check it's still working properly. Yeah, I've mostly been riding alone the past few months. No access to Quainton, are you fucking kidding? I'm going that way anyway. I'll try and get round it. Wonder what they're building. Well, he's come through there. See, if that was a 20 zone, he was right up behind me. I was doing 16 or whatever. That is an A road, I think, or a B road. Maybe not an A road, but it feels like one. Almost. This road used to be just completely destroyed. Well, it's very rough. Looks like they've resurfaced it. Still rough in some places. Up there is, oh look at that beautiful hill. Got one behind me again. I'll pull over into this lay-by. Brill over there. Should start to be able to see the rubbish incinerator soon, what they built. See, this is a huge area. It's very quiet, very countryside-y, a bit like the Railway Children or something like that. And they built this huge rubbish incinerator up there somewhere. You can see it from a long way away. It's like a nuclear power plant or something. Maybe not quite that big, but a big chimney. And then they've built a railway that feeds it with things to burn, probably coming from cities or miles, miles and miles away. But yeah, I used to come down here and it had quite a foresty feel as you rode down here, sort of a slight downhill, long straight road through this sort of forest that sort of come up, woods that come up tall on either side, but right now I can't see those tall woods. Perhaps they've cut the trees on the right hand side or something. All that rubbish there though. There's still going to be a relatively quiet road if not for the construction vehicles and stuff. Let's see how bad it is. Yeah, it should be a nice quiet place to come though. Should be. I can't say I've enjoyed it that much the past few times I've been through it. That roadway there. Didn't know there was one. Yeah, we're doing about 24 now, 20 plus. I've only used 6 amp hours at road closed. 10th to 14th, that's probably now, right? We'll see. I mean, if I can't get through, then there's that that's the incinerator. If I can't get through, then my route is fucked. We'll see if I can get around. There's a car parked up here. Perhaps they went for a walk in those woods. There's a bridleway through there, and I did actually go in there, along that. It's very tight. It's very difficult to get through. Overgrown. Oh god, look, this road's all collapsed already. They've only just made it. They've only just made it, and it's destroyed it already. Dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah, these traffic shouldn't be here. It's collapsed. But this is. Yeah, you go through. Look, I can't even get up. I can't even get up again. I've got to get off the bike, pull it up, and pull the throttle. Fucking hell. Look at this rubbish as well. Yeah, but this is the place that used to feel like the movie, the classic film, like the Railway Children. It used to have this sort of vibe to it in this area. Rubbish can we see there? Someone's house. There. There's a bridleway there. Oh look, another bridleway. Yes, I have been looking for another way to get into that area. Because that one I checked out, it just took you to the incinerator. Then there was this huge, like, cleared area. It just bare soil, and these guys were like planting like trees, like saplings, in this area, and it was all fenced off. And I was like, where am I supposed to go? Look at these horses. Is that a mini pony? Look at it. A mini pony, I think. Seen quite a few of those recently. Oh. Horse looks nice as well. The car here. Yeah, so that turns off and that goes towards the main road. I think the main road to Aylesbury. I think. Yeah. Look, there's rubbish everywhere. Look. Never been down there because it just goes to the main road. Now here's where you start to hit the sort of construction projects, and honestly I don't know what they're doing here, because they've already finished the incinerator and it's already operating. And then, but this was all very quiet here, very rural. Let's have a look what they're doing here, shall we? Incinerator, but see, this building kind of reminds me of like the railway children. What is all this? Look, you see this? Obviously none of this used to be here. All that. What is all that? Horrible. I don't even know what they're making. I don't understand. Look at that. Big lorry going on. Look at all that. Wow. Look at all that. What is that? What are they making? What the fuck? That's not HS2. Look at all this, it goes on and on. I don't think it's HS2 because HS2 runs up to towards Winslow, right? And then it curves round. It goes round Twyford. Look at all this. Yeah, it's much worse than it was last time I come through here. They were just sort of starting. They were just sort of starting to make something. So you think they're just doing the rubbish incinerator here, but it's not. It's all this as well. They've already finished that incinerator, and that's over that way. That's over right over there. See, there's that incinerator up there. I'll turn around. I'll show you. That's where the incinerator is up there. Looks like a big nuclear power plant. But this area isn't supposed to be affected by it. I don't know. Don't know what's up with that. It was there as well. Look. Yeah, there was hardly any cars, hardly any people along here. Same story all over the country, isn't it? And more rubbish there, more rubbish there, more there, more there. You know. Got this bloody rubbish incinerator and there's more rubbish than ever. Go into the village of Quainton, in the windmill village, and I know for a fact that these roads are very rough and busy. As it's getting towards Aylesbury, you see. Gets close to Aylesbury now, which is a horrible place. But I have to go there quite often for my probation office. Have to go there tomorrow. It's over there, that way there. Over there, where that big, massive hill is that juts out, is that's what, near Wadston Manor. Look at this hill up there. This is that's up there somewhere where me and my cousin went up that mountain thing. quite pretty that. Remember, like when I first noticed that, I thought, oh yeah, that looks really great. It's near there is Wadston Manor. It's very famous, a Buckinghamshire Railway Centre. Don't actually know where that is. It says it's down there. Yeah, we're still on the cycle route. We're still on this route that I wanted to come. Can you imagine this? Imagine doing this route, 10, 20 years ago. It's quite nice. On your push bike. Car up behind me who obviously wants me to rush past this woman at 30 miles per hour. Yeah, it used to be quite a cute little village, but now it's full of assholes. Maybe it was that road that I used to go down. I'll pull off the road, I think. Let this bastard pass. Yeah, so look at this view. Lovely houses. Should have a little look. Me and my cousin stopped here once. He went into, I think it was that pub there. Bought some stuff. George and Dragon Free House. Beautiful. Here's the windmill. Oh, I guess I can take you around the back road. Show some of these more interesting houses around the back here. Beautiful. Yeah, so this is the sort of place I used to cycle to, cycle through, see things that I was unfamiliar with. These are very old, very, very old. Look at this. Look at all these things in there, I'm going to have a closer look. Come in, we are awesome. Got all these little things, little huts. There's a model of a bicycle there. Windmills, olive oil, chocolates, a book, Beaches chocolate. Trying to see what I recognise. Candles. Very nice. Look how bent those windows are. I can't write like that. Some people in school were really good at handwriting. I was never that good at it. Oh, Baptist Chapel there, you can easily miss that. You can easily miss some of these buildings. 1722 that was made. So these buildings are 300 years old, some or more. Baker's Cottage. This little Porsche 911 car. Check this out, right? Check this out. 1687. These almshouses were erected and endowed by Richard Winwood, Esq, son and heir of the Right Honourable St Ralph Winwood, Principal Secretary of State to King James I. Does that mean much to anyone? That decorative plate over there, and then I've got some elephants and things on there. Holy Cross. Look at that. Holy Cross and St Mary at Quainton. Beautiful views over from the churchyard there over the hills, what I call the mountain. These graveyards are on the other side of it now. So now we're sort of getting closer to Aylesbury, and we're going to hit the road going up to Whitchurch, Hitchcock, Oving and Whitchurch. I've used 8.5 amp hours now, so I've probably used, I don't know, a third of my battery, a little bit under that. Very rough road here. Didn't used to be like this. Not at all. Here you can see why the road is so destroyed. There are a fuck ton of traffic. Where these cars are coming from and going to, I don't know. But it's a safe bet that a lot of them are coming from Aylesbury. There's a crossroads, so straight ahead takes you to Aylesbury, where the new estate is. Berryfield, it's huge. That's been there for maybe 5 years, I don't know. Quite egregious. I was coming down this road about 10 o'clock at night on the way back from Haddenham, near Prince's Risborough, and I was going pretty fast, and there was a lot of traffic. I couldn't see much, and hit one of these like bullet hole shaped potholes along here, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. It was after dark. It was a few months ago, and it sort of shifted my rack or something. It messed up my battery rack and stuff, and I had to fix it in the dark. Something was like rubbing on the wheel, or I can't remember. But I had to fix it in the dark. It's not nice. Look at all this rubbish here. Not nice along here anymore, like it used to be. Now we've got a big hill climb. This used to be really tough on a pedal bike. To cycle up here, you were completely exhausted by the end of it. There's another bridleway there. Oh yeah, I'm noticing a few bridleways. Probably forget where they are by the time I've got home then. Big hills up there. Look at all this rubbish, see that? More there, more there. Oh, that's just sheep's wool. More there, more there. More there. A bit of wood there, look. A bit of wood in the road. I better take that out of the road. You know, there might be a few nice people left in the world who are loyal to their country, and we don't want them to get hurt by that or inconvenienced by that piece of timber in the road. Look at that tree, that's quite cool. See it? Yeah, check out these views here. Amazing. Yeah, it's quite the pedal. It's quite the pedal up here. It used to be fairly quiet though. Didn't have assholes like that driving. No, he's doing 40 in a 30 zone. I'm doing 14 miles per hour, and I've got guys rushing up behind me. You might think I'm going slow, I'm not. I'm going 14 miles per hour. I'm doing the legal speed limit for e-bikes. This road probably has 3 to 5 times the traffic they used to have, I would guess. Beautiful up here, the little houses and the views. Look at that view there. You can turn around and have a look at that church in there. Yes, it's lovely up here. There, look. Look at this. Oliphant St Giles, look, is no longer in use as a church. It's not open to the public. Perhaps it's someone's house there. I love little places like this. So it's all hidden in the old bushes. Must be someone's house. I think it'll be okay, yeah, to go to Whitchurch. Wow, look at those views. Beautiful. Even with Aylesbury over there, it's a single wind turbine, which isn't spinning. It's beautiful. Yeah, so this is a great route for cycling. Back 9 years ago, 8 years ago. And if you wanted to extend it even further, You could go up to Whitchurch, cross over, go up to Cublington, and make it a bit longer, which is what I'm going to do, I think. I've never run out of battery on an e-bike, and I don't think I'm going to today, because I had almost full battery, and I've been taking it fairly slowly most of the way. So that's Oving, so that's the way I'd probably go if I wanted to go straight back home through North Marsden and then Winslow and Granborough, and then back home that way after university. That in there. This is Whitchurch. That's a nice house. Looks a bit like mine, but bigger. It's going to start getting a bit busy now. We're heading towards the centre of Whitchurch. It's an A road. Me and my dad have to drive through here a lot. This is going to be a long video. This will be a long video if I upload all of it. Oh, it's scary. Scary stuff. Some very old houses here, old architecture. It's really nice. Oh, so we've graffitied the sign a little, goblins. Little munchkins. I'll be careful here. This is a very old building up here. It's like a hotel. Sorry, but I can't hang around. Just needed to get through there as quick as possible, really. We went to an open gardens day here once. It was lovely, actually. A long time ago. Basically walk all around the village and then go into people's gardens that you wouldn't usually be able to. Can't go too quick because trying to conserve. range. But Dali 2 was quite restricted. Like you had to register to be able to use it, and you had to try it, like participate, try to be allowed to sign up for it, sort of thing. And they wouldn't let you see how fast these cars are going. They wouldn't let you use it for just silly stuff or offensive stuff, you know, like jokes or politically incorrect jokes or anything like that. Because I think that's like a lot of the early stuff I saw from the Dali Mini was just people making funny memes and stuff. So with the Dali 2 it was quite locked down, it seemed. And I thought, well, they're just going to keep it like that, aren't they? They're going to keep it they're going to restrict access to the best ones only for the good people who go along with all the political propaganda stuff. You know, only people who have the right message, basically. Only people who have the right message, like politically speak, like socially, they'll lock it down, and they'll restrict the quality. If you want an uncensored one, you know, they're going to restrict the quality of that to a potato. So the amazing stuff, it's only going to be for, like, you know, the liberal guy in San Francisco who works in a tech company or as a journalist or works for Apple or something. Do you get what I mean? But then this thing's come out called these new ones have come out. All these new ones. You've got Midjourney. I think that's the first new one I heard about. Midjourney. You've got Dream Studio. And the one that I've been playing with is called Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion. And it's pretty good. It's basically free. Basically free. And yeah, it's pretty good looking. It's not, from what I've seen, it's not very censored. It's pretty nice. You can make whatever you want, basically. It's because it gets quite busy along here, this road. People rushing along here. Old house. Stained glass. Probably made that themselves. Another one. You don't expect 3 in a row. They tend to bunch up in a line behind the slowest one. Yeah, when I first come here, it felt very quiet, very remote. wasn't much traffic. One of the quietest places you'd ever find, basically. I like those trees, like they just went past, orangey. Now this is a back road, very narrow, very hilly, very windy, very wooded, quite nice. Doesn't mean there won't be cars though, and it will get quite dangerous actually. Because me and my dad sometimes drive along here on the way back from Aylesbury. Beautiful, really pretty over there. Ooh. See the road starting to degrade there? Big valley there. Fucking mental. I think the world has always been mental on some level, but it's been dialed up to 9 or 10. Been dialed up to 9 in the past 10 or 20 years, 10 years I'd say, 10 or 15 years. Whereas previously it was like on a 5 or 6 throughout, the 20th century or whatever, my lifetime. It's hilarious. A Romanian goes to London and gets pickpocketed. Well, that's what he reckons, but he may have also just lost the thing. But as all he was saying about, there's so much like propaganda now in London about the climate sustainability and all this, and it was all like everywhere was like cashless as well, and yeah. He was shocked at how much it's changed. Yeah, he was shocked at how much it's changed. Yeah, the bike's starting to feel less pull when you pull. There's less power when you pull the throttle now. We're getting down towards, the middle of the battery, or a bit lower perhaps. I'll try and maintain my focus, don't fall asleep, continue to be wary. Can get a bit fatigued by this point in the that man looks like a scarecrow. He is a real person there. Can get a bit fatigued by this point in the journey. So we're going to head up the road to Great Horwood, I think. Beautiful, isn't it? Very nice. Shoulder of mutton. There's a really nice house here I like on the left actually. And this one up here, right? How fast do you want to go, mate? Oh, that's degraded.